Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. My name is Bob, and I'll be your game master for tonight's episode of Scorched Basin. And we are using Shadowdark rules to boot. We've got a great cast here. We also have CJ, because we couldn't fill anybody else, but CJ is here, Dexter, Dasha, and Chris. How are we doing,
What
everybody?
up?
Yes.
Ready.
Great.
Good.
We're doing
Scorch
awesome.
this basin.
Yeah, I am so excited. This has been a long in the making game that we've been trying to get here. I mean, obviously, we had to wait because the Kickstarter had to be released before we can actually play a game, but we are here for the Scorched Basin. If you haven't heard, I've been posting about it here on the channel. I've been talking about it before games. The Scorched Basin is an awesome Kickstarter from Homie and the Dude, Tom and Bodie, their father-son duo. They created this Kickstarter. They've done some other awesome Kickstarters like Sky Zephyrs and The Wandering Tavern. You've probably heard of at least one of those. They're all over. So they've been doing this cool Kickstarter called The Scorched Basin, which is a Mad Max and Dune-inspired TTRPG setting. It's, like I said, desert-themed. We're in a big basin. We'll get into all the story and the lore, and lore, as the kids say these days. We'll get into everything. But first, let's talk a little bit about us and our characters here, because we're playing some characters in this setting. We have done a few things to kind of combine the ideas of like Shadowdark with this Scorched Basin. Scorched Basin is system agnostic, so it could really be done in any RPG. We were thinking about doing D&D, but then, you know, I asked Tom and Bodie, since this is system agnostic, would you prefer one? And they said Shadowdark would be so cool. So we're going to see how it works. I mean, I think it's going to be awesome. Everything that I've read and prepped for this game, I think this is a perfect setting for Shadowdark because it does have that like dark and gritty feel to it, despite being in a desert. So let's go through our characters and we'll give a little quick background, nothing too much, just a quick description and, you know, who they are. And also the sort of icebreaker question for today is their name. So you have, and CJ just looked up some of these, but your names are all based on a names of bands, because the group that we are playing are a group called Riders, and Riders, very much like in Mad Max, those the speed freaks that work for Papa Joe in that game. Morton Joe. They love speed, and that's kind of like the basis of this crew that we've got here. So we're going to be introducing them, and they all have names based on rock bands. So we'll start with CJ. You'll tell us who you are and your favorite song of that band that has inspired you.
Well, today I will be playing a character by the name of Leonard, named after a very famous band, Leonard Skinnerd.
Never heard of them.
And if anybody's ever heard of them, they're a little small. They're like an indie rock group from the early like 70s, like early to late 70s. They've been around. Yeah, so that's who I'll be playing. And you know, gotta say, Freebird, it's kind of up there.
Oh yeah. I love Freebird. The guitar solo, sick.
Excellent.
One
of the best.
Yeah. And CJ, you could rattle off a whole number of these songs, right?
Absolutely. I mean,
but we're not gonna. We don't want to like spoil all the songs, so we might use them in the game, right? But give me one more.
I mean,
your favorite.
What's you can't go wrong with Sweet Home Alabama. Right?
You can. You very much can. Yeah, you can go wrong. Sweet Home Alabama probably won't make it into the game. I think CJ wants to incorporate a few of these song names, so we'll keep the rest under wraps.
I thought the Scorched Basin was specifically in Alabama. That's why I signed up.
Alabama is the Scorched Basin.
Yeah, Alabama is the Scorched Basin.
Yes. Yeah, we don't want to alienate our Alabamian fans, but yeah, it's a Scorched Basin for sure. Dexter, it's been a minute since you've been on the channel. How's it going?
Good. Yeah. Has it been a minute? I guess it has. Yeah. When was the last time I was on the channel? It was last spring. Early spring.
Yeah.
Vecna.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Though I think we got to get more of you on the channel now that you're done. You're done with school, so that's important. School's out of the way. Now we can play some serious games.
Oh
Cool,
yeah,
no,
now
that's
it's time. Just D&D all the
Hmm.
time. And a little bit of Shadowdark as well.
So tell me about your character.
Well, yeah, we're going to be playing as Roses today. Roses is our stand-in for the, technically sound individual of this group, probably. I know my way around a basher, which is what the riders call these cars and vehicles that they drive through the deserts
Hmm.
of the Scorched Basin. And um, the only reason that I'm actually not on a basher right now is just because, maybe I'm just not the most uh, charismatic or normal,
Hmm.
fast, speed loving type of rider. I'm a little bit quirky, a little bit not very open.
Okay.
But as we are already saying, my name is Roses, obviously after the famous band Guns N' Roses. Yeah,
Oh, I thought it was L.A. Roses. Never mind. Go ahead.
yeah. It was what's the I feel like there's a Roses song by Seal. Is there? I feel like that's a
from a
song I'm
rose.
thinking of
Just from
right
a
now.
rose. Yeah.
Kissed from
Kiss from a
Yes.
kissed
Rose.
from
Yes,
or
actually,
by
no,
a
it's named
rose.
after Seal.
Named after this.
Honestly, that's probably where
Batman
I got my
Begins.
personality
Batman
from.
is Batman.
Batman for
Batman and
no,
Robin.
Batman and Robin, I think. Yeah.
Batman and Robin
Yes.
Mhm.
soundtrack.
Yes.
Yep. All right. So your favorite Guns N' Roses song then?
Probably Live and Let Die.
Oh, look at you. That cover, the James Bond. Oh man, it's great. Excellent.
Yeah.
And we go to Dasha. Who are you playing today?
Hey everyone, I'm playing Scorpion after the Scorpions, my favorite rock band.
Wow. I don't think anybody would have guessed that. I'll be honest with you.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
just don't.
I
Yeah.
got really into them when I was younger because my dad at one point like burned me a bunch of CDs of like his favorite bands and Scorpions was the one that stuck with me.
Wow. I love it. I love it. And what is Scorpion like?
She's quite grumpy. She's kind of been alone for a long time. She's an orphan, not in the best health, actually missing a hand. So she's kind of been sent to be a scavenger. She hasn't been accepted onto any crew, although she really wants to be part of a crew and actually be a full-fledged rider. But she is quite smart at using spare parts, scraps, and things to make tools, to make prosthetics, and maybe improvised weapons that she so far has only been using herself, but maybe would like to try to, use to her advantage to get onto a crew at some point.
Sweet. Love it. And your favorite Scorpion song?
I could be super just classic and say Rocky Like a Hurricane because I do love that one, but recently I've really, and I feel like maybe it fits for this game, Bad Boys Running Wild.
Ooh,
Ooh.
Really
look at
enjoy that
that. A
one.
deep cut. I love
Mhm.
it. Yeah, this is going to be great. I'm so excited. Chris, what do you got?
So my character is a half orc fighter, just straight up axe swinging vulgar fighter. Prefers just to ride like on top of the vehicles so he could just jump off and get into it as fast as possible. His name is Anthrax. Anthrax. And he's ready. He's got a giant axe.
I love it. I love it. And Anthrax, is this a band you listen to?
Well, I
Little bit.
remember it when I was in high school. They were kind of huge, and but they didn't get really huge until they teamed up with Public Enemy to put out a hit called "Bring the Noise."
Okay.
If you know, it
So
goes bass. How low can you go? Death row? What a brother know. Right?
I love it.
Wow. That was incredible.
That's
Chris. Chris is on point today. He's
it.
feeling better.
I am feeling. I was dragging the other night. If you couldn't
Yeah.
tell, shivering in my blanket.
Yeah, Chris is sick for a while, so now he's on the mend, it seems. Look at this.
But check it out. Bring the Noise. Anthrax. Probably a little bit of a deep cut for you, some of you guys, but
All good, all good. And I obviously am not playing a character, but I'm wearing one of my favorite band shirts tonight, Disturbed.
nice.
Saw them for the 25th anniversary of Sickness, so I'll be very disturbed tonight when we play.
Ooh.
All All right, so a couple of background things about this setting. The Scorched Basin is a setting for this land that we're in. It's a area that a meteor hit about 450-ish years ago, and so it's relatively recent, right? We're not talking about ancient history. 450 years ago, a meteor hit the planet that you were on, and whoever survived within this basin that the crater was created by it. Formed 5 unique factions. The one that you're a part of, obviously, called the Riders. They're a group of people that believe in a god called the Speed Mother, and that by going fast, you can achieve some sort of speed state, they call it, and that's the goal of every rider. Unfortunately for you all, you're scavengers, the lowest of the low. Usually, scavengers are either the very young, or the very old, or the very weak. So I don't know which category each of you fall into, but I would believe that you feel maybe just a bit slighted by this ranking and haven't been able to get up into the social standings. There are other people that live in the basin, though, 5 distinct groups. The Riders, actually, though, are a group that really don't really care to learn too much about all the other factions within, but I would say the one that you do have familiarity with are the Wanderers and the Skara. And we'll talk more about these later. They may come into play in this game. And by the way, this game is going to be a short campaign, but we're looking like 3 or 4 episodes. So we'll be trying to pace this for that. Yeah, we'll see how these characters can develop here. We're also starting at level 1. And I don't think we went into this, but maybe we could just run through our character species and class from the Shadowdark rules. So, CJ, what is Leonard?
I'm a half-orc seer.
Half-orc seer. Excellent. Dexter?
Roses is a half orc as well, but a desert rider.
Nice. And that'll be cool when we get you riding something, I'm sure. Maybe some sort of a basher in the future. Chris?
I'm not sure if we planned it, but are we all half orcs?
No.
Half orc.
Almost. Yeah, so half orc fighter, half orc rider, half orc seer, and Dasha, you gotta be the different one. Go ahead.
I'm the elf thief.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
What are
Elf
you doing with
surrounded by half orcs.
us?
But I will say, actually, if I'm not mistaken, and I don't believe I am, the current king of the riders, which maybe we have to break down the politics here, is an elf right now. So Ren, the rider king, is a elf, and they are basically it's a title that you get by winning a very special race, and that is the now I got to look into my notes here because now I'm running out. I had such good memory of everything up until this point, but it is called the I keep wanting to say like the what is it called? Relentless race or something like that, but I'm totally
Rush.
What is it called? Revenant Rush. Thank you. Appreciate it. The Revenant Rush. And this is basically a race to determine who the new king is. And this is going to be the start of our game. Are you ready to play?
Let's do it.
Yes.
All right. Here we go. So, the 4 of you have been invited outside of your base and camp. You've been invited to a place known as the Graveyard. You go here. It's maybe like half a mile outside of your camp. You currently live in a place that's in the dunes, but it's like on the edge. It's a weird, unique location. It's on the southern like hemisphere of the basin, but it's like right between the sand dunes, the salt flats, and then the canyons. So it's kind of like you're right in the middle of all 3 of those things. And I'll show you on a map later so you get a little sense of where you are. But for now, that's where you've been located. That's where your main base is. But like all riders, you move about. You go and you'll go through the sand dunes, through the salt flats, hunting for food, scavenging for water and crystal. And that's just your life. It's been your life so far. So you know these dunes pretty well. About half a mile outside of the dunes, more towards the canyons, is this graveyard of engines and half-buried machines. When you approach, it's nightfall. Torches and fires cast a long shadow across the rusted spikes that you see before you. While the other crews that are still in camp, because there aren't that many of them right now, we'll talk about that, but you can hear the sounds of their fighting and drinking and revelry in the background. But that's kind of fading off as you get further and further away. You see atop a heap of scraps, a figure waves you towards the camp's edge. The graveyard's edge. And you finally approach, and you get inside what can only be described really as like a cave of parts. It's I imagine almost like the scrapyard in like the Ninja Turtles movie. When they go there, it's just piles and heaps of car parts and things like that. And this hooded figure again waves you forward. The four of you approach and go into some sort of a hut, and the figure's there, seated. He motions to the rest of you to sit down, and you can see that as he removes his hood, that there's scars and all different sorts of body damage to his body from the years being here in the basin. And you recognize who this is. You've seen him from time to times. He comes in and out of your camp to talk to people, but it's been a while. In fact, most of the time, I think you see him, he gets driven back out by the leadership. People call him Judas the priest. And his voice is very determined when he speaks to you. Sounds a little bit like he's a cracked voice, like faded from years of screaming over engines. But he says to you, through his broken teeth, he says, "Oh, you got my invitations, I see. They laugh at me now, but you four, you seem like you desperate. Do you call me the scrap priest?"
I guess we do call you the Scrap Priest.
He says, "Well, you won't call me that for much longer, because I know things. Things your leaders, they don't speak of. Sabbath and Maiden, while they're off at the races, only the weak stay behind. But I seen you all. You ain't weak. I know you. I know you well. They still haven't given you a basher? You still ain't on a crew?"
No.
No.
It was. For a little bit.
"Oh yeah, you're the one. You're the one that got demoted. What's your name again?"
Leonard.
"Leonard." "Yeah. You probably real desperate right now. Well, look at you. Still got your little scoot.
Yeah? So what about it? You got a problem with old nothing fancy here?
Is that what you call her?
Yes, nothing fancy.
Well, I bet you're running out of crystal, aren't you?"
Maybe.
He takes out from under his cloak a small crystal similar to the size that you have. You might have a few of these, but they're about the size, no bigger than like a marble, but like definitely bigger than like a grain of rice or something like that. It's something that could power your scooter for at least a day or two without any issue.
Eyes grow wide as he sees it.
Yeah. He says,
Oh.
"And this ain't the only thing I got for you if you can help me out. I got a problem and I need your assistance. What do you think? You helping old man? Helping old priest?"
I'm here to help. I'll be if you're giving up crystals.
Yeah.
I'm
And
always
you can
looking
see,
for a little rock.
yeah, and totally you can see this crystal, it's glowing. You can almost, hear the hum, like a little heartbeat, like from the crystal. And every time any of you have ever seen these crystals, they've been pretty small, like in person, like up close. You've seen them, they're small. And one of the things about the Scorched Basin is that there are crystals that were left behind from the meteorite. Let's take a look at the Roll20 screen, actually. This might be a good time. So I have a picture there. It's kind of like the cover art from the Scorched Basin, but I'll zoom in on it. At the center of the basin, and, this is... I don't know if this is to scale here or anything like that because it's hard to see, but there's a massive crystal, probably the biggest crystal of them all, right at the center of the basin. This crystal is big, and it's actually harvested by a coalition. there are groups of people that are approved by like all the factions that go there. They monitor it. There's people there kind of at all times, almost like a UN sort of deal where they have a treaty that's been created and they harvest it only when necessary, that sort of thing. So that's what you know. And whenever you get crystals, obviously your leaders, who are Sabbath and Maiden, they're a couple, a duo, power couple, they say. They're off to the races right now, but whenever they've given crystals to people to power rigs or to power bashers or whatever varying sizes, you've only been given scraps, sometimes even just dust. So yeah, that's what you would know about these crystals. So he says to you, now that you can see it, and actually let me get back to our faces here so we don't have to have that in the background. He says to you, now that he presents it, he says, "Yeah, they all laugh at me, old Judas. Call me that scrap priest, but this old scrap priest is gonna help you get onto a basher. What do you say?"
How?
He says, "I got a special artifact from the olden days, from before the media. You know much about that time?"
I've heard about the before times.
Then you know they had endless water. Water that would fill up pools. They'd discard water at random. They wouldn't want any more and they'd dump it out. Can you believe it?
At this, Scorpion, her eyes widen and she'll take a few steps forward and she goes, "Do you have water?" And she coughs a lot. I won't cough into the mic because I don't think that'll be very good, but
That's a good idea. He'll take out a little water skin, actually, and he'll take a drink from it, and you'll see his like nasty yellow teeth. Many of them are missing, but like most of it's right. He's clearly gingivitis ridden and all that. Takes a big swig of it. Doesn't let anything drop. Some people in fantasy, sci-fi, when they want to be gross when they drink, it spills all. Nobody does that in the basin. So he drinks it, make sure not a drop spills onto his like scraggly beard. And he says to you, "Yeah, here, have a swig."
she'll reach for it and everyone notices, you probably noticed already, but she's missing a hand and she's got a little prosthetic looking attachment there that looks pretty simple on the surface, and she'll try her best to drink the water carefully.
Yeah, and the fact that he just had his grimy mouth all over probably doesn't even faze any of you. You'll do anything for water. Water's rationed here. He says, "Yeah, they only give you some water from their collection when you feel you need it, and it ain't nearly as much as you want." He says, "I can get you as much water as you want for the rest of your life. I got a artifact that'll create water." At this, you probably all are taken aback. You've never heard of such a thing, but this would be very, very valuable.
"You're gonna give it to us?"
Well, nothing comes without a price. You'll have as much as you ever want, but you work for me when you come back. You see this artifact needs a crystal, a bigger one than Sabbath or Maiden could ever provide. It needs to be the size of a full-grown man. You
There
bring
ain't
me
no
back one.
crystals that big.
Oh, no crystals they'll give you that big. I ain't talking about the central crystal. No. You can't go to that one. They won't give you one. Plus it's guarded and the Kai won't let you do something like that, but you go to the northern end of the basin. There's crystals that have never been harvested. Crystals that you could just pluck right from the basin wall. What do you say?
How's that possible?
Oh, it's possible. Some places they don't go to. No rider in their right mind would have taken a basher there. Because of the sandworms. You don't want to go near them. But you're scavengers. You won't go on a rig. You'll go on foot. You'll be safe. You can avoid them. Plus, I've seen all of you, been watching you for the last few months. I picked you because I know that you're resourceful. Ain't that right? You know Letharg.
We can get things done.
Yeah. I know you can do things one-handed. Ain't that right?
That's right. She'll take another swig of the water.
He offers it
If
to the rest of
she
you.
can.
He'll like pass it on,
Yeah.
almost.
She almost won't give it up for a second.
Mm. He says, and there's one more thing I could do to sweeten the pot. He looks behind him in the darkness of this, like I said, this like ramshackle garage, essentially. You realize it's actually much bigger than it was. Like the hut entrance is there, but it kind of leads into a big pile of scrap, and it's hollowed out inside. And he looks back behind him, and you can see it too. You can see some sort of object. It's massive. It's like as big as any rig you've ever seen, and it's covered in a large tarp.
Try to
What's
catch a
that?
peek under it.
What is that?
You want to catch a peek? He shines. He'll take one of the torches that's in this this garage, and he'll kind of walk over towards it, flash the light, and let me show you something. Actually, I have a couple of things to show you. So number one, this is a crystal. There we go. This is a crystal. This is what they look like. They're like a rainbow-colored crystal. When light hits it, it reflects all the colors throughout it, and you can tell like automatically when you like they have almost like a magical aura to them. So yeah, you can definitely get the sense that this is a legit crystal, the one that he like showed you. And then this is his rig. He takes off the tarp and flashes this right in front of you with the light. You can only see like bits of it, right? Like because it's whatever the light touches from the torch. So he'll go like over to it and kind of show you the front where the wheel kind of protrudes, and then eventually you can see like the sails and the crow's nest up top, and eventually you get to like the backhoe at the end. So you can see it. It's old though, and clearly has seen better days. But if this thing were up and running, yeah. And Dexter,
It's the
since
be
you have,
all end all.
oh, she's a good rig, all right. And Dexter, since you have an affinity with these vehicles, I would like you to give me an intelligence check. I'll give it to you with advantage to see what you know about this thing.
Hold on. Let me do that.
For us, probably, unless you filled in your character sheet, you can just roll a d20 and add your number in, or yeah, you can type the roll in, and then you'll be good.
Nope.
Oh,
Wait.
you have to hit
slash.
yeah, but just go to the tool on the left, the dice tool, and it'll open up all the options for like d20,
Perfect.
and just add your number to it, because I don't expect you to put everything in there.
All right,
Okay,
well, I
it's going to
rolled
be
two
an
11s.
11. It's going to be an 11. What was your total, though? What's your total intelligence?
Plus 3, so 14.
14. That's great. That's going to be enough to know that this thing has promise. It will need a crystal to power it as well, not nearly the size that he's referring to. For whatever that artifact is, that's going to be something bigger. But, crystals will power this. Maybe a crystal the size of like an arm, something like that could power a rig this size. This is clearly once was a prestigious rig. It's got weapons, it's got everything you need on it. It just needs some TLC, and it could be worked together.
I love it.
This old rust bucket ain't worth anything.
No. We just need to fix that up over there, get that wheel checked out, fix over there. A little paint job on the right, maybe fix out those weapons up top. Obviously needs to oil up and all over the place, but we could easily fix this thing up. Totally, yeah.
Yeah, that's the spirit, boy. I love it. He said, "You're gonna be a first mate on my rig."
On your rig?
Yeah.
Aren't you giving it to us?
Well, of course. You'll be the first in my fleet once I get a hold of everything here. Once Sabbath and Maiden come back, there'll be nothing left for him. So, what you say? While they're gone gallivanting, doing the race that means nothing, we take that power back.
Bring the noise.
I'm in.
I've been looking to get back on a rig. And you're offering crystal, so I'm in.
Yeah, excellent. I knew you'd be ready for this. Now, you're gonna need some equipment. Here, take some of these, and he'll reveal some hydro suits from out behind his he's got a little shack or closet or something that he'll open up, and these are hydro suits. I'm going to share it with you all so you can see it. I also put the rules in there so you can check it out. Hydro suits are these latex suits that will actually reserve water that you sweat and pee essentially, and it'll basically give you cool you throughout the desert sun, right? It's going to cool you from the desert sun. Also, it includes enough body coverage that you won't need to worry about the effects of the sun. You won't be worried about going through sand and things like that, which can actually, it does affect many other inhabitants in the basin, because they get blisters on their feet, things like that. Many Skara and wanderers, they end up having problems if they're out in the sun too long. But riders that finally get these suits, it's like a badge of honor. You've never gotten one. CJ, you had one, but like I said, all good things get taken away.
Yeah. I hate sand. It's coarse and rough. Gets everywhere.
You ever put one of these on?
Yeah, I used to wear one on the old rig I used to ride on.
Oh. Then you know the cool, refreshing feeling of that latex coming all over you.
I love it. I love having a nice, cool, refreshing drink every time I have to pee.
It doesn't cover it actually doesn't go over your head, though. So you wear a helmet or a
It's got a little
visor.
tube.
Yeah.
Tube sticking out there. See a little tube?
Camelback, just
Yeah.
gross. Yeah. Anyway, so Dasha, you'll have to affix yours though. It will have it'll have a floppy little hand. I think, right?
I think she's gonna struggle to even put it on one-handed. She's never worn one before. She's gonna ask Roses, can you help me get the sleeve?
Yeah, actually,
Yeah,
Roses,
yeah,
maybe you
yeah.
could tinker with it and actually make it so that the sleeve can be she can get her hand or her daggers to protrude, shoot out of it.
Ooh, Wolverine style. I
Mhm.
mean,
They wear
can
the
give it a
still
try.
suit like one of our own.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and also we didn't talk about this, but for the viewers, you each have a cool little item that's going to help you throughout the game. Dexter's, we just mentioned it, is his pike. You want to describe it, Dexter?
Yeah, I can describe it somewhat.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
it's a pike, and each it's detachable in the sense that it screws apart in various places along the pole of the pike to reveal different tools or useful gadgets that I can use in order to do maintenance or other sorts of building in association with the bashers, or in this case, any tech.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's basically we're using it as almost like a toolkit, a repair kit that's combining with a weapon. So you can use it when you're not in combat, obviously. I guess maybe in combat too, but just when you're doing non-combat things.
Sure.
And then Dasha, we also alluded to yours. Yours is very unique. You want to explain it?
Yeah, so in her tinkering, she has come up with a system to make her prosthetic arm useful. And if you look closely, you'll see a little bit of a glimmer of steel, and there's a dagger hidden kind of in part of it that she can release and actually throw at range from where her hand used to be. And she may or may not have other secret daggers hidden all over her body that she can trigger in different ways and use at close or far range as well.
Nice. And CJ, we talked a little bit about yours. Chris, we're going to leave yours as a secret, I think, till we get to it. But Chris, CJ, yours was alluded to. What is it?
I have a scooter. You got nothing fancy. My old scooter. My old scoot. They call
And
her.
what's her name?
Nothing fancy. She ain't nothing fancy, but she'll get you around.
Yeah,
She'll get
and
you
we
where you need to
decided
go.
exactly, and we decided that she will be a powered device by a crystal. So you need to have
Like
at
a
least a
little-
crystal.
Like
Yeah.
a Vespa scooter kind of thing, you know? A little one-seater. Maybe you can fit two. Maybe the elf will fit on there, but I don't know
Yeah.
about one of these other big guys.
Exactly, and it'll for a d6 number of rounds when you activate it will increase your speed by a double. Will double your speed, and all these items, including Chris's, which we didn't talk about, are things that we just kind of came up when we're making our characters. You know, Shadowdark is such an easy to use system where you can incorporate your own ideas. So I figure it'd be cool to have our own little touch on these characters. So now we get back to the scene here, and now that you've gotten these Hydra suits, and Roses has a fitted scorpions perfectly to her body, we're ready for the last detail. He says, "Well, now you're also gonna need something." He says, "I can't have any of you die before you bring me this crystal back. So take some of these." And he gives you each a small little vial of aloe salve. And aloe is actually very useful in the basin, not only for sunburn, of course, but it can also be used. The spiked green plant that they have here, it's a powerful aloe, and it actually has some healing properties. So I'm going to just give you this. There's no picture associated with it, but it's got the rules, so I figured it will go nicely into your journals here. What it is basically if you apply the aloe salve to a wound, it functions similar to that of like a cure wounds in Shadowdark. So a potion of cure wounds in Shadowdark. Also, the other effect is if you ingest it, it's a natural laxative. So be careful, especially when wearing your Hydra suit.
Gonna ride the lightning.
By the way, the Scorched Basin book is really cool because it has tons of different plants depending on like the parts of the basin that you're in, and all of them have like these really quirky like the lore side of it, and then like a funny descriptive thing that it does. And I love the idea that if you ingest their healing potions, it's a laxative. So enjoy that one. And he'll roll out a map. And this is actually a map that we're going to go to a different screen on in Roll20, but so I'll move you there. But I figure it'd be good to have an actual map to kind of just track our progress. And he takes it out. So here is the map that he'll unroll onto a table here. Can you all see it?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, great. So I'm going to scroll in. This is where your camp is located. Like I said, just south of the canyons and the salt flats, but within the dunes, the southern dunes, generally in this area, not necessarily where your tokens are, but I'm putting them there to give a quick distance. And then the crystal in the middle, well, that's, like I said, the coalition that guards that. There's a shard there that they are very protective over. And out into the north is the area of that crystal. And you can see a line here. This line is the race track. So right now the race has just begun, and it's they're going to be probably off to the east at this portion. It takes a long time, goes over the course of like weeks, and it's the first Basher crew that can make it back to the finish line. I believe that happens over here by the Kai City. So they've been gone, and they're going to be somewhere over here by the time you would be like crossing the center. So because you're going a more direct route, you'll get there before them. Plus, there's lots of dangers. They have to go slower in some areas, so you feel like you'll be good. But they go through this area. But again, this is the most dangerous area of the race. It's the last part of the race, and there are sandworms that you have to look out for. So he kind of describes the route that you may not have known, and he says, "I'll let you decide which way you want to go, but he says, I suggest you stick to places you know. He says, don't get lost in the canyons unless you have to. Don't go close to the crystal in the center." He says, "but get to the crystals to the north. They're ripe for the picking."
You want us to go through worm territory?
Yeah. Is that a problem?
Not for me. I think these guys over here, they're gonna have some problems.
I can take care of myself.
He says, now you
Alrighty.
listen. You listen, you scav scum. I mean, excuse me, I let my temper get the best of me. I want to just say one thing. I have the utmost faith in you, but, he says, you're no good to me dead. I want you to get up there, go through those worms, walk through carefully, tiptoe if you have to.
You
And
gotta,
bring
you gotta
me a-
walk without rhythm. That's how you do it.
Yeah. Whatever it takes. Your cisterns will be overflowing with water. You'll be on my rig. Gonna be the best thing for you. So tell me, you dogs gonna stay here chained to the dust, or are you gonna ride into the maw of the desert and bring me back the crystal as legends?
We'll do it.
Going in to become a legend. The Legend of Leonard!
Excellent.
That's what they'll call me.
Excellent. Well, your hydro suits will keep you alive longer than other fools that die out there of thirst. And you got your vials, you got your map. Now go prove you're more than dust.
Into the belly of the beast.
All right.
No, we're not trying to get in the beast's bellies. That's the
We're trying to
absolute
avoid
worst
that.
place for us to go.
This is gonna be good. Very excited for this group. All right. So we leave the scene here. You exit the graveyard of scrap, and you head back to your camp for the last moment. You'll head out, and maybe you'll head out at night. It's up to you. It's a little cooler, but it can be pretty cold once you get into some of the areas, especially like the salt flats. It gets really cold, so you'll need to make sure you can make fires. You can bring everything you would normally prepare. And this is Shadowdark rules, so when we actually are in an area where it is in the Shadowdark, something that would be like more of a dungeon delve, that would be when we go into like earned initiative, things like that. But until then, I think we're going to play the system more as like more traditional D&D. So it'll be, you tell me what you want to do. I'm not going to go in order. We'll play like that. Which route, or how would you kind of map your route at this point? So we'll take a look at the map and you decide. Talk amongst yourselves.
Maybe we should stick on the outskirts of the salt flat until we reach the scrap yard area over here, and then start heading north.
Do you want to
What dangers that we know of exist in the salt flat? What
Give
would
me,
prevent us?
I would say, give me intelligence check. That way we can see what you all might know. Some of you haven't really traveled very far, and also I would say that most of you aren't very well educated. So reading certainly wouldn't have been a thing you did. It would maybe be stories or oral tradition that you might have heard.
Aish.
Not great. That's a 4 for me. Scorpion knows nothing.
I'll give
She's
CJ
she's never left camp. She has never left camp.
Okay, I'll give CJ advantage because he has been on a basher before.
This is intelligence check.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh, there we go.
Ooh.
19.
Oh boy, Leonard's gonna give you all the information.
I know
So
everything about what's out there.
yeah.
Oh no.
So you're back at your base, and you can hear like the other scavengers that are left behind. They're drinking and partying, and playing very loud music. And you're kind of planning out your route here. So CJ, here's what you know. Well, what do you want to know first, CJ? What questions do you have? I would say I'll tell you what you know.
I want to know about going through the canyon here, through the plateau area.
Gotcha.
What's the dangers there? And then what the dangers are further into the salt flats. Like basically,
Bring your mic a little closer, or speak a little closer to it.
Yeah, so either going through the canyons or kind of through the salt flat, through the salt flats. What the two main dangers are, because if you look at the lines that I drew, there's like kind of follow the road through the canyons,
Mhm.
or go straight through the salt flats. But then there's this middle line that's kind of like we could probably encounter things that are maybe in both areas of danger, where
Yep.
like we might
I see.
like a 50-50 shot of getting dangers from both.
Okay, so here's what I would say. I think most of you, because you live in the dunes, you would know more about the dunes than anything else. This is any area on the map that would be like this, tan yellow. It's almost like the base color of the map. So any area that's like the tan base color of the map would be a dune, and that's going to be what you'd kind of think. It's probably the more stereotypical desert. But just to give you some more specifics, the hardest thing about the dunes is traversing it is the fact that it gets extremely hot and the sand is very difficult on travel by foot. But you have the hydro suits, so that will help you. Things that are in here would be things like plotters, were very popular. These are the things you hunt for food. They're kind of like to me like banthas from Star Wars. They're like kind of mammoth-like creatures. And then you've got a bunch of different other things like flying animals, flying creatures, sprites, etc. Most of that sort of stuff, sandy type things. Dune eaters, which is what they call the sandworms, dune eaters. Those would be towards the north, though. But they could be anywhere. They could show up anywhere, but they're more populating in the north. And then the canyons. The canyons are very dangerous to traverse, especially without some sort of a vehicle, because you can easily get lost in them. And so if you get lost on foot, then you might end up getting lost and not having food, and you double back on something and you lose like days and days of travel. Also, there are unique creatures in there. There's a whole bunch of winged creatures, things that hide in caves, because caves do form in the canyons. And then you also have the salt flats that you asked about. The salt flats, like I said, the temperature is a problem there, because the standard day temperature gets super, super hot, and then the night temperature gets super, super cold. So, like I said, as long as you're prepared to build fires and really make sure that you can survive the heat, you should be okay. This also has where you get aloe. So aloe comes from the salt flats. There's a bunch of other like trees that make salves from barbed yucca, saltgrass, things like that. And then you also have probably less actual creatures. Plotters do live here too. But then, most of them are, there's like a unique version of like a salt sprite and some other winged creatures that can, like vulture-like creatures that can scavenge. So, yeah, those are the 3 terrain types that you would encounter in the first part of your journey. So, what are you thinking? And by the way, CJ, feel free to tell any and all of this to them. They have no idea. So.
I told them all that information. You know all of this. I've been telling you about this for days, about the salt flats and all my experiences riding out there on my crew. And then when we used to go through the canyons and all the crazy stuff we used to encounter there, the giant bats that used to come out of the caves. And then we were, hitting the dunes and hitting, always having breakdowns.
Okay, Leonard, we heard you the 17th time, okay?
And I told you all about it.
I'm actually surprised there's a character CJ's is not withholding information. That's great.
Leonard talks too much.
Leonard.
Even if we've never met Leonard, we've heard his voice just like echoing over camp.
It somehow comes over the sound of the rock music that comes.
Yeah.
He's always singing his own tune.
He's always telling tales about the old days when he used to ride on a rig, but really it was like one time.
Does everybody know this? Is this like common knowledge, or is it like you would be embarrassed if they found this out?
I think it's not common knowledge. But he tells tales like he's like that guy that tells tales like he used to do this thing like all the time, and like then you're like it always changes. And
he rode a motorcycle once.
Yeah, he's mostly telling stories that he heard other people tell.
Oh, okay.
From his own perspective.
Oh, so he's stealing other people's tales.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yes.
Oh, damn. He sucks.
He absolutely sucks.
He sucks. So, what are you thinking, everybody? I mean, it's up to you. Which way do you want to go and plot your route?
Well, with these hydro suits, could we make it through the salt flats?
we'll probably make it a little bit further in there. I mean, back when I was on a rig, again, we spent 20, 30, 40 days back in the salt
Okay,
flats.
Leonard, thank you. What do the rest of you think?
Anthrax is terribly stupid and even less wise, and he believes everything that Leonard says. I think Leonard should lead the way.
Oh
No,
no.
I don't think I can lead the way. I mean, Scorpion seems like the real leadership type. She seems
Leonard,
like
well, you know what you're talking about.
I do.
I
know
believe
that.
in you.
Scorpion seems like she should be in front. I mean, taking the lead.
I don't think we should go through the salt flats.
Why not?
It would just be too difficult during the day and night. I think it's better to go around the outskirts of the salt flats.
Stick to the canyon.
Not through the canyon, but next to
well,
it, yes.
Hug the corners of the canyon.
Okay, so like the middle road here, right? Trying to like not go direct, not go too out of the way. The Goldilocks route.
Goldilocks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Remember, it's going to be dangerous because we'll be encountering things that might come from the canyons and things that come from the salt flats.
Wouldn't it be better to take the speediest route? Go straight there.
Oh, the Speed Mother would love that.
So let's
That's
do
true.
it.
All right. So
Okay.
speed be with you. Are we deciding we're going? Well, I don't know. We're it seems like we're between route directly through the through the salt flats or the one that's hugging the outskirts, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Who is the leader here? Did you all nominate somebody?
I nominate Scorpions to take the lead.
I'm okay with that.
Scorpion's a teenager. She's like not qualified for
But
this.
she's wise beyond her years.
I don't know if she
I-
is.
You know what I think it is? I think everybody just wants Dasha to be the leader.
Well,
Dasha, make decisions.
I'm the
Ah.
biggest and the strongest, and
I-
I say that she leads us.
Hey.
Okay.
I think it's okay to take the shortest path. You're right.
Okay. All right. So we're going to go the direct route. We're going to go right through the salt flats
Yes.
and our adventure begins. So in the middle of the night, once you picked your route, get your supplies together, hydro suits on. Hopefully everybody went to the bathroom before they left for their journey. You start out on the salt flats. And let's do that. Let's stay on the salt flats for a second here. All right. So a couple of things about the temperature here. It's the middle of the night, so it's pretty cold. Your suits do a good job of keeping you hydrated and also keeping you a bit warm. But, you know, as the morning comes, it ends up being hot, and you are thankful for these. You feel the blistering heat coming down on your face and your body, but yet you've never felt cooler in this heat. All of you, and maybe even, even Leonard, who had a short time with the rig, you were on a rig, so you kind of felt the wind in your face and things like that. Now, just being on foot, it doesn't feel very good, but these suits are keeping you going. And the salt flats.
Because I gotta keep pushing
go
old
ahead.
nothing fancy.
Oh, you're pushing nothing. Okay, because you don't want to use it right now.
I
You
don't
don't want to use
want
your
to
crystal.
waste my crystal here.
We'll say that it's as easy to push as like a children's scooter, like a Razor scooter when it's not being activated. Does that sound fair?
That's fair.
And you can see the salt flats spread for hundreds of miles in all directions. This journey is going to take you quite some time. So days are going to pass as you go through, and we're going to get to the end of it here. But you can look for hundreds of miles to the east and west, and you'll see it go, as far as you can see. The surface of the salt underneath kind of cracks the ground beneath it, and also the baking heat kind of exacerbates that even more. So some areas feel like they're almost like dangerous, almost like you would fall into them. Kind of difficult for nothing fancy sometimes, but you manage to do your best and navigate. Let's have a sort of a navigation check here. So everybody give me a wisdom check, and CJ, since you have been here, I'll give you advantage on the check.
Oh no.
just call out your names, your numbers, because we're not on Roll20 right now.
Yeah, 10.
20.
13.
20. Okay, cool.
9.
All right, great. It looks like we got some pretty high rolls, the 20 especially. So you're able to navigate around a lot of the cracked earth and make it so that the journey is pretty pleasant. After a few days of traveling, nighttime being really cold, daytime being blistering hot, you find a place to rest, and you actually, you find a place to rest. You've been resting now for multiple days, but you get to a point where you see in the distance, clearly some sort of vehicle, or at least the ruins of one. And so as you approach, you can see the haze of the heat coming off the ground. It's kind of like making it very hard to see it specifically, but when you get close enough, there it is. It's an old basher. It has been destroyed. It's ruined. What do you do as you approach?
I see it, and my eyes immediately light up, and I'm just like, I'm like kid in a candy shop. I'm like, this is Christmas morning for me, and I start sprinting towards it.
What about the rest of you?
Oh, stop! Wait, it might be a trap.
I'll trail after Roses. This whole time, the whole time they've been walking, Scorpion, I feel like, has been... She's got, like, hangry little sister energy. Like, she's annoying. She's just following you, Roses, and asking you, like, random questions about, like, how to fix an engine or how to do this and that, and trying to get your knowledge, but in a really annoying way. And she's hungry and thirsty, so she's, not in a good mood the whole time she's doing it.
You do have rations, I'm sure, but, like, they're not as satisfying as, having real food, And the water that you have, you be careful of, right? Because you have to be, you only have so much, and even though you have the hydro suits, it's going to be, you have to ration that, so...
So I'll follow you to the vehicle.
Excellent. And what about you, Chris? I mean, I don't know. You have a phrase, right? You'd rather be what is it? You rather ride shotgun or something? What's the?
I'd rather ride and die than drive.
There you go. Yeah, shotgun for you, right? You feel like
Well, that's
you're
right,
more
shotgun.
Yeah.
Anthrax, let's go! I'll start running right behind him. I'm all pumped up now.
That's great.
It's
So
gonna take
yeah,
much.
so you can rush towards this this basher, and it's old. Like it's been quite some time since this must have stalled here, right? And you can see inside there are like bones of former riders, perhaps. But yeah, like you can see that clearly this place has been the scraps have been taken from. But Dexter, you can check. You can use your tool set to have advantage on this. You can give me a what's your best ability? Would it be intelligence? Sounds like it.
Oh yeah.
So you can give me an intelligence check and see if you can find some hidden nuggets from this thing that you can scavenge.
Ooh, that's good. 22.
Very nice. You can actually find another hydro suit that is broken and in need of repair, but could certainly be repaired by you if you get to a settlement, a village. You could definitely repair this, and this could be worth quite a bit of money, actually. These are rare items. Only riders really have them, and they take a ton of the latex is made from like a gum that you can get from a plant here in the basin, and harvesting that plant is very hard to do. So this is a very worthwhile item. And I also want you to roll me a d10.
D10, you say?
Mm-hmm.
6.
Ah, look at that. Yeah, you can find boots that are meant to traverse the sand. If you didn't have your suit, these boots would be good. So this is a pair of boots that anybody could use in the sand. All right. Also would be worth some money, not worth that much though. So as you're going through and tinkering, everybody else give me a wisdom check except for Dexter.
Not with advantage. 7. 7.
Wow.
19.
15.
Oof.
All right, so Dexter, not Dexter, excuse me, Dasha and Chris, your characters can see it. You can see it coming, so this does not take you by surprise. You can alert the group, but you see a shadow on the ground getting bigger and bigger as you can hear the flapping of wings. There are creatures headed your way. And we're going to go into initiative here as they're diving down from the sky, making a very large shadow over the basher. I can describe them to you, but they're basically these like vulture-like creatures. I have a actual name for them. CJ, let's see if actually, you know what? I think each of you probably should know this. You've lived here long enough, so I'll tell you what it is. They are called Vilax. They're these like tiny, like I said, vulture-like creatures. They are in a massive swarm, and you know that when these things come and they see people, they not only will eat carrion, but they will also attack if they're in a big swarm like this. There's names for like what you call the packs of things, like a murder of crows or whatever. I don't remember what these are, but they have a name for it. And you can see this swarm fluttering down from the sky. So roll initiative. And we're going to get into our first combat here. These Vilax or Vilax, I'm not sure how you would pronounce it. But
Do we add dexterity for this or no?
yes.
16 for me.
Okay.
Oh, that's actually pretty good.
22.
22. Nice. And I'm going to switch us over to our Roll20 screen while we're doing this. So we'll go back to the Roll20. Have your character tokens here. We're doing this theater of the mind, but like your characters are here. We could say that this is kind of like the formation. Even this basher could be the. Yeah, there you go. Dexter's on the basher. Yeah, it's a theater of the mind, but it's nice to have a little picture of our tokens here. So we'll dive in here. Let's see. It looks like Dexter, you have. Oh, sorry, Dasha, you rolled a 22.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Dasha's at a 22. Dexter, what's your total?
16.
16. Chris, you're at a 15. And CJ, you're at a 13. Now, normally in Shadowdark, they do initiative where it's like, one person, whoever gets the win, or whoever rolls the highest, it goes clockwise from there. But we're not at a real table. And we actually played a game recently where this actually didn't take too much time out of it. So we're going to jump right into this regular initiative here and start with Dasha. Dasha, you are alerted. You're one of the people that alerted the group, so there's no surprise here. You saw the shadow. The birds are coming down. These beasts are coming down onto you. We'll say that they're about 60 feet away at this point. And it's a big swarm of them, so it's one enemy, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
And there's, other than the basher, there is no cover either, right? This is like flat as you can see, as far as you can see.
How far is the closest creature?
The whole swarm is about 60 feet up, and it takes up like a large-sized base, so maybe a size of like the basher itself.
And about how many are there? Can I tell?
Dozens.
Dozens. Okay. She'll notice them and just like curse and be like, "Still this." She'll like slide herself under the basher because she is very small and malnourished and can probably fit. And
Sweet.
as she is going, she'll, you see her kind of fling her arm that's missing a hand towards the nearest creature, and a dagger flies out of it, and she'll try to hit one of the birds, basically.
Nice. And this is a feature of your arm that you can shoot it out further than.
Yes.
You can shoot it far. Anything you can see, you can hit.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yes.
All right, make your attack.
So it's a D4. What's the modifier? Would it be the? I
Do
forget.
do you mean for hitting or for damage?
For, both.
For hitting, it would be your dexterity, and for damage, this is the Shadowdark. There is no bonus to your damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I feel like I had. Sorry, I'm getting used to this new character sheet.
Did you actually plug them all in? You put it into the Roll20?
No, I did not.
Oh, okay. Then you're fine. Yeah. Like I said, this is easy to roll it. Shadowdark's not that complicated, so.
Okay. I also have +1 to ranged weapon attack rolls for being an elf. Would that apply here?
Yes.
Amazing. So, oh, god damn it. That's a nat 1.
You hate to see it. Scorpion launches a dagger into the air, and now everybody's got to duck out of the way. Look out, it's coming back down.
It catches on the Hydra suit. She's not used to this.
Ah, yeah, actually, the latex, little restricting, isn't it?
Yeah. She'll at that she'll be like, "Still you roses, you f***ed up my weapon."
Sorry.
And Roses, it's actually your turn. So you pop your head out of the basher. You're the only one right now with like some cover, but it's up to you. What do you want to do?
When I was checking around the basher, when I checked on the engine, did I see if there was still any way of maybe igniting it? Was there any oil? Was it all dried out?
Ooh, I love that. No, definitely. So it's funny. I guess there would have to be some oil lubricating the parts, maybe motor oil to keep the engine from messing up. But they don't use like gasoline, right? The crystals power it. But I got to imagine there's got to be some sort of motor oil that's flammable in there.
Maybe.
Gotta be. The lifeblood of an engine, right?
Yeah. So I'm like, in my head, I'm thinking, okay, is there a way we can get the swarm down close to the basher and then maybe use the car to scare away? And I look down to Scorpion like, Scorpion, I'm thinking that we blow up the car. And what do you think? Good idea?
I'm under the car. Give me a second to get out.
Not that idea.
I say, maybe it'll scare him away. And I start getting in, or trying to rig it to see if I can get it to blow up.
Okay, so we'll do maybe an intelligence check here. You can use your tools to tinker in the engine and see if you can get enough motor oil, like spurt up some motor oil so it's flammable. Give me a check. I will say the DC for this will be 12.
Intelligence, though?
Yeah.
Okay. I rolled an 11. That's why I asked.
So your plus your intelligence be
14.
Okay.
14.
Yeah,
Cool.
you pop off one of the like gaskets and this crude oil starts coming up out of it. You're flooding the engine with oil, so it's primed. It needs a spark. All right. We go to Anthrax.
Oh, that's up Anthrax's alley.
Anthrax. Yes, with a spark of speed and lightness that belies a beast such as him. He spins around and he's been carrying this ginormous black case on his back, and it flips open and he pulls out this huge great axe, which is also a great axe, and he kind of strums it up and it starts to hum.
Yeah, so it's got strings and a guitar. It's like a guitar, yeah. And this is your item.
Oh, nice. I rolled a D4. I rolled a 4 on the D4. So that gives me 4 uses of its extra power of sonic damage. Its name is Power Chord. So as he's spinning around and like doing like a somersault, he jumps up onto the car. And he looks back to see if you guys are clear, and he's gonna strike that blade of the axe on the ignition of the oil and try to use it to burst him up into the air as part of the explosion.
Okay, so you want to like ignite this right now while the flock is diving.
Did I get out from under it?
I hope you
Technically, no, but go ahead, Chris.
Well, I'll wait. I'll pause a moment until you're clear. But that's,
okay.
So when she's clear, I'll do that.
Yeah.
It's kind of
So here's how it'll work. With Shadowdark, there's no like readying of actions, but we'll say that the swarm will get one attack at you, like once they come down to get you, to make sure you got to make sure your friends are out of the way. You'll have to hold, and then everybody else will take their turn and get out of the way, maybe shoot, maybe do whatever they want to do. But the swarm will get one chance at you, and then you can blow it up with them basically surrounding you. Okay. All right, and then CJ, it'll be Leonard's turn.
Leonard sees these things and he's like, oh no, this is that one just started.
Is this flashbacks, PTSD?
A little bit, a little PTSD, oh god, no.
This is why he only went the one time.
And he sees like they're like gonna blow this thing up, and Anthrax is jumping on the car with his flaming guitar, and he's like, I gotta get out of here. So he's gonna hop on his scooter and try and just get away from the car and away from the eagles. I don't know if I explained how frail Leonard is.
Well, he's a simple man, isn't he?
He's a simple man. Incredibly frail.
Okay. So he's
going to
skinny.
try and get away.
What's his constitution?
-3.
Oh my god.
I have
Oh, man.
1 HP.
Oh my god, he's on his deathbed.
He's
Wow.
he's like an NPC with 1 health.
Jesus.
Whoa.
Oh
And
man.
really
Not long
not
for this world.
and I don't have any like ranged attacks. So this is not
Having a breakdown.
He's
this
a
is not
he's
a really
a
good. To be perfectly honest, this is not a really good character.
I'm glad I had the wisdom to wait to spark the explosion.
yeah, you would have killed him.
Yeah,
Oh my
everybody.
god.
Oh,
Okay.
boy. That'd be
So
the perfect crime.
yeah. So you're gonna run and
Yeah, I'm gonna run.
like double move. You want to double move?
Yeah, I'm gonna double move.
Do you want to activate your scooter? Do you want to hightail it out of there or no?
You know what? I might. I think I'll activate the scooter
Okay.
to get even further away because I'm afraid of shrapnel. Because like I mean, even like just a small nick and I'm done.
So you get 6 rounds of the CJ doubled speed.
Okay. So yeah.
Now that's your action, but you can move. So you can move 60 feet, and now for the next 6 rounds, you get 60 feet movement.
Yes, I'm gonna get 60 feet away from this thing, and
Wow.
somehow
God.
I also fear that this has now made me a more prime target for
For the
because
birds.
Now I'm alone.
The birds divert from the car
They're like,
and they start chasing.
Oh, that guy's alone. God damn.
I'm imagining this like slow-mo scene. Anthrax has his guitar with the flames. There's the dagger. There's the getting ready of the car, and then I'm just like in my head I'm hearing like the sound of silence, and slowly Leonard just scooting away from this with his, like PTSD war flashback.
It's also going slow. It's like,
Yeah.
hello, darkness, my
Darkness,
old
my old
friend. All right. Well, the Vilax, the Vilax will come down and attack. Let's see what we got here. So, I think Chris, they're gonna swarm you because you are the one on top of the basher. So let's see if they hit. Let's do some attacks here.
It's gonna hurt.
They actually have they have a bunch of attacks.
Really?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, they have a bunch of attacks here. All right, let's do it.
No.
It's a swarm. That's because it's it's not just one creature. So these winged beasts surround you. You can feel the cuts, death by 1,000 cuts, so to speak, right? Beaks and claws and everything. So they're hitting you, and let's roll some dice. They've got 4 attacks.
What?
It only looks
no.
like it only looks like 2 are gonna hit you though. One though was a natural 20. So let's see. The first one does 3 damage.
Oh.
The crit does so
This is gonna be a really short adventure, Bob.
a total
I
of
think so.
9 damage to you.
Oh,
God.
How many hit points
my
do you have?
God.
I have 10.
Oh my god! So
Whoa!
Wow.
you're a beefy boy.
I would have
Oh
been
my God,
so
you're
dead like
tough
20
as
times.
Wow.
Yes.
I'm down to 1.
See, if Leonard was a cat, he would have just died.
However, though, they are giving you the bleed condition.
Oh no.
So yeah. So you will lose a hit point at the start or at the end of your turns.
At
So
the
unless
start,
you're
yeah.
unless you are healed,
Well,
So everybody
Make it
gets out of
good.
everybody gets out of the way, and you run from the car. And Chris, you smash into the thing, and it's going to do a whole bunch of damage here. Let's see what would be appropriate for this amount of damage. Shadowdark's got a good little damage chart, I think, in the like for improvised damage. Let's see what they got here.
So just to be clear, I'm going to leap as it happens to propel myself into the air.
Oh yeah.
You're not
Yeah,
staying.
I'm
and just
over there getting ready to catch him.
blaze of glory.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that this is going to do more than enough damage to knock you out, Chris, even though you will jump from it. We'll say it's going to do, we'll do a D12. We'll do D12 damage. 9 damage, but the way it works in Shadowdark is now you have a death clock. So dying is 1d4 plus your con modifier. So your con seems pretty good, right?
I have a +2.
Okay, roll your con modifier. Sorry, a d4 plus your con modifier.
6.
So you've got some time. You managed to jump off the basher at just at the right time, and you don't end up succumbing to a lot of the burn damage and things like that. But you go unconscious from when you land on the salt flats.
All right.
Now this is not like I said, not the end of the world here. You have crew around you, and will go back into initiative here. So Scorpion, will be your turn. He's unconscious on the floor. You can see his axe cast to the side of him. The car is currently on fire, and that took out a whole slew of these birds. So they're you hear the squawking and the screeching. In fact, it echoes throughout the salt flats. You can hear it. Probably that sound was loud and goes. They have this like almost a screech that can pierce your ears. So that goes out into the flats. But it is your turn, Scorpions. Is it Scorpion or Scorpions?
Just Scorpion.
Just Scorpion. Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead. Your turn.
Maybe she had a bunch of siblings at one point, but they all died. So she's just one lonely scorpion. She'll
Love it.
see that Anthrax is down, and I guess she's got the aloe, and she'll go and not feed it to him. That would get the wrong effect.
You hear he's like, feed it to me.
No, she'll rub it on wherever his wounds are, and
Good thing his wounds are mostly on his arms and like
Yeah.
upper body.
Yep. Yeah. So she'll do that and try to like. I mean, she's small. She can't drag him away or like cover him really, but she'll just like crouch by him in like a defensive stance, like ready
Yeah.
to go as he's healing.
Okay, and so that counts as a cure wounds potion. I have it right here. I'm looking at it in the book. I think cure wounds in this edition is like a D6 or 2d6. It count like I think it's like the spell. Healing potion. Why can't I find it now? Where is it?
Your wounds, 1d6 plus half
Thank you,
your
CJ.
level, rounded down.
No, but it's so it's a D6 hit points. The potion is just it's based on the level that you're at. So it's a D6 hit points. So you can roll it, Dasha.
D6.
Mhm.
4.
4. So you're
Nice.
back to 4 hit points, Anthrax. And you look up and you can see the birds, a bunch of them dead, roasted on the floor. There's a few more in the swarm that are still circulating. So, Scorpion, that was your turn. Roses.
Roses catches his breath and is like, "Oh my god, I can't believe that worked!" And gathers himself, picks up his pike, twists it back together, and is like, "Let's do this!" And charges back in, trying to stay on the outskirts, use his range to his advantage on the little extra range he has on his pike, trying to stab at the birds or whatever. Stab at what are they?
Vilax. I'm going to call him Vilax. I like the long I sound. Yeah. Vilax.
Vilax.
Yeah.
Try and stab at the Vilax.
All right, let's see it.
17.
Oh, hell yeah. That's good. Perfect. You hit. Roll your damage.
Yes, that will be for me a D10, I believe. Yes, a D10. 10 plus
What?
1 is
You're
11.
kidding me. That's how much damage you do?
Yeah, 1D10 plus 1.
Oh my god, this pike was overpowered. Amazing. So 10. Wow. Plus the 9 from the explosion.
I'm
You're
just
piked
picking
at
them
more
out of the sky.
You're piked at more than the explosion. Great.
I'm just so this is the first time I've ever been in combat, I guess, but I'm a natural.
You're a natural. Oh my god, that's great. Okay, these things are down to just a few birds at this point. So we go to Anthrax. It is your turn.
Is there a bird I can hit?
Yeah, they're like at level of the Basher. So it's
Okay,
on fire.
And I yell at them, "Now you are in my world!" And I'll run up at one and swing at it.
And you still have a use of. I will say you didn't actually use any of the power chords yet.
Yeah.
So.
And I'll swing away. So it is Oop, 22.
That'll connect. The damage on a Great Axe?
10 plus 2.
10
Wow.
plus 2.
Plus.
Are you using a power chord?
Oh, I sure did.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa. So 14 points of damage.
The power chord echoes through the canyon almost as loud as the Vilax screech. And louder even, let's say. Louder than the Vilax screech.
Yes.
And it obliterates. So you like smash into a whole slew of birds, right? The blood splatters everywhere. Feathers go wherever they are. I hope Vilax have feathers. Tom and Bodhi, I hope they have feathers. There's no picture, but I chose this this bird-like creature. So you hit them, and then echoing out from that, the reverberations of your sound is what actually explodes the rest of the birds in the swarm.
I love it.
Leonard, it's your turn. The birds have been destroyed.
Leonard turns around. He like does a Akira turn, and he comes back and he pulls out his spear and he puts it under his arm, and he like rides in like he's gonna joust, like he's like ready to joust something, and he gets to the like where everyone is, and he sees one of the already dead birds on the ground, and he stabs the already dead bird and says, "Ah, I gotcha!" And he pulls out. Woo!
His little Vespa scoots in.
Yeah.
It's like he's picking trash up off the ground.
No, but he's like, no, but it was like the coolest thing in the world. He's like, Akira turn, comes around, he's like speeding, he's like, wee, stab, Leonard, the legend.
These characters are great. They're great.
And,
I love this crew here.
Like he,
Can't wait till you guys get on a
Everyone
rig.
else.
Oh my god.
Are these birds edible as far as we know?
They are now.
So we have like
Chicken.
barbecued chicken, basically. Scorpion will walk up to the one that you have speared, Leonard, and just like break off a chunk and start eating it.
Hmm.
Leonard's
You-
like,
Yeah, look at me, Leonard. That's right. I came in and helped all of you. If it wasn't for me, this would have been worse, way worse.
Yeah. Good job, man.
You're welcome.
Well, you can definitely taste the motor oil on these birds.
Tastes so good.
Hmm. And I think the scene would just like end there. Little George Lucas. What is it
Oh,
called?
yeah.
A wash will come over the screen and then go on to the
Wipe.
next. A wipe, exactly. That's it. A wipe. Classic like Tatooine wipe. And then
Yeah.
days go by. So after this event, you found that hydro suit, you'd store it away, and hopefully you can fix that another day. You're sleeping. It's a few nights later. I don't know how you would do sleeping. I mean, it's cold, so you'd have to, you'd rely really on the hydro suit to keep your body temperature regulated, and probably would try to like hide from the sand and things like that would get kicked up. But how would you do sleep? Would you want to have a watch or?
a watch would be, I would think in a land like this where there's scavengers and
Mm-hmm.
raiders and stuff like that, it'd be best to, and if we're gonna be lighting a fire to try and stay warm, that's gonna be
Yes.
a big, like,
Yeah, agreed.
announcement that, hey, we're here, so we should probably,
Okay. So everybody roll a d20 and we'll see who gets the highest, and that'll be the person on watch.
I forget how healing goes when we rest. How's that work?
So normally in Shadowdark, you have to rest for a full day and eat some rations, which you do have, and you had the chicken and stuff like that, or the chicken. You had the Vilax. But you would gain your hit points back after doing something like that and resting, and so it's been multiple days at this point. So you would be back to your normal now.
Okay.
So who got the highest here?
I think I did.
What was it?
Sasha.
Good old
16? Okay.
leader Scorpion.
Yeah. So the
Ooh,
scorpion, the leader is on watch. It's the middle of the night. You have the middle watch. So one of the middle watches. And,
You have a teenage girl in charge.
What's that?
I'm still getting. I'm just realizing now we left a teenage girl in charge. Like,
She's the
why?
only responsible one.
Somehow the most responsible one out of this group.
Somehow. I was really hoping Roses would be on watch because I feel like he'd be so paranoid.
Maybe he's so paranoid that he decided to forego his sleep and be on watch with me because he doesn't trust anyone to be on watch.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm actually
Wow.
faking asleep right now.
Yeah, he sleeps with one eye open. Your brother, though, right, was definitely the
Touching
more
his
outgoing.
pillow tight.
Guns.
Guns, right? He was the more outgoing. He was like he's on a rig, is he not?
Yeah, he's with a speed demon.
Oh yeah. So he's
Second in
in
command to one of the most notable speed demons.
Oh, maybe Ren, the king. What do you think?
Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe
let's
not.
say it.
You got out
Maybe
on the
not.
race with.
Or just Sabbath, your local leader. Could be that.
Could be that. Makes a
Yeah.
little more sense.
He'd definitely be in the race though, right now, right?
Oh yeah, big time.
Okay.
He's the
Yeah,
jock.
because
in the
he's a
family.
jock, yes, and you're the tech guy. Oh, this makes sense. That's how brothers work, right? One's got to
Yeah.
be smart, and the other's got to be the jock. Has to be. All right.
Yeah.
So,
It's too loud.
do you think you'd be actually watching, paranoid watching, or maybe intermittent sleeping?
I would probably wake up if there was like a tumbleweed goes by and I wake up. But I don't
Okay.
know if I'd be awake right now.
Okay. So, as you're sleeping and maybe partly waking up, Scorpion, you're on the night watch here, and you're at the point in the journey where now you can look across the sand flats and you can see in the distance clearly some reflection from that massive crystal in the center. You're many miles away. You're not even close to there. You know, you wouldn't even be on the radar of patrols that of the coalition that are there in the center. But you are, you're far enough away, but you can see it in the distance now. So this is, progress is what you're seeing. And the night sky is pretty calm. There's a half moon in the sky, and you feel something. You feel like a rumbling beneath your feet. Earthquake, maybe? Been a long time since you felt the earth rumble, but something is coming. Something is causing this. Give me a wisdom check. Since you are unable to see very well in the dark, I'm going to say disadvantage on this and just call out your numbers.
We wake up.
I would say it's light enough that Roses would wake up, but Anthrax
Ooh.
is probably sawing a
Snoring.
log. Yeah. Leonard
well,
is
that's unfortunate. You said disadvantage?
disadvantage. Yeah, what was the numbers here?
16.
16. Okay. You can sense something coming, but you're not sure from where or from which direction. And it's outside of the light of your campfire, it is just moonlight to go by. So it's hard to see. You don't see anything in the distances around you, but you've only had just a moment to kind of get your bearings here. Roses, you get up. What do you do?
I start panicking. I'm like, what is that? What is that? And I go over to Anthrax, Leonard, and I just start shaking them vigorously, like, wake up, wake up, wake up.
You wake up and you can see Scorpion standing, looking around, looking about, looking panicked. What do you do, Anthrax?
I wake up and like, what is it?
There's something
Lin.
coming.
Leonard, you wake up from all the commotion too.
Yeah, what's going on?
Everyone shut up. Do I hear anything after they
the-
shut up?
The rumbling is getting louder.
Okay.
You can maybe sense the direction coming from the north, perhaps. You're not quite sure, but some way in that direction. And then you squint your eyes, all of you standing there looking beyond the firelight. You can see it. An enormous beast. Not one, not two. An entire herd of plotters rushing your way, stampeding your way. And we're going to end it here for this first episode.
I can take
What a game.
Oh my god.
Oh, stag.
Wow.
What a game. Welcome to the Scorched Basin, everybody. Hope you're ready. Excellent job. I love these characters so far. How do you think how does the setting feel being players in the hot seat here?
I mean,
Fun.
Good.
I think our chances of completing this adventure are 0 to none.
Yeah.
It's not looking good.
We're prepared, but we're not prepared.
Well, maybe I can give you one little glimmer of hope here. You're going to level up for next time.
Okay.
Nice.
So, level 2, here we come. Make sure you get your character sheets updated. We'll be ready. And maybe I can put these character sheets somewhere. I wasn't thinking about doing that, but, you know, Shadowdark characters, maybe I could throw them in a file and put them somewhere. Do that. Either way, we'll be back next week for another episode of Scorched Basin. Thank you for watching us here. And as I said in the beginning of the video, check down below in the description. There'll be a link to the Scorched Basin Kickstarter. We do have our own affiliate link here. So if you want to support both the Scorched Basin and this channel, definitely do that. We're doing a push to try to get some more microphones, cameras, things like that to upgrade our side of things. So if you can help out, do it. There's some really cool add-ons you can get for your Kickstarter bundle too. So check out the Kickstarter page for all the information. All right, everybody.
we'll
see you.
subscribe, hit the bell
Like,
button,
subscribe. Do all the good.
hit the
YouTube
bell button
stuff.
so you know when the next Scorched
Yeah.
Basin is gonna drop, because these are going out. You know,
They're going hot.
they're going out hot.
Yeah. They're lit, as the kids say.
Not anymore.
I
No?
don't think they
All
say
right.
that anymore, yeah.
All right. I'm always a couple years behind. So, but anyway, we'll see you on the tabletop. Have a great night, everybody.
I guess.
Bye.